a life and business legacy on purpose through mindset, branding, marketing, sales, systems, and team so they can make an amazing impact and income and positively affect their communities worldwide. Ensure that you are sharing this show, you're subscribing, and you also are leaving us a review so we can create more amazing content around those areas to help you level up to the next level and also bring amazing guest experts that can share their knowledge and expertise with you so that you can create amazing legacy. All right, welcome back to another show, Legacy Builders. I'm so glad to be back with you with another show and another amazing conversation. Today, I'm doing a solo show and I'm going to talk about how to build a healthy culture that retains talent. I know that's the number two thing top of mind for most CEOs and leaders in understanding how is it that you can build a healthy culture, but also retaining the talent that you want to upkeep in your company because again, without a well-defined environment, nurturing environment where your top talents can really shine and learn and grow, then of course you are at risk to not being able to keep your top talent, right? And I know a lot of you have probably invested lots of time, resources, energy, and money in really hiring and recruiting the right team members around you. So understanding how to also align your culture with the needs and the expectations of your talents not only will ensure that you keep them but also will ensure that your top talents are also productive, they are adding value to your company, and of course they are also aligning with your profitability and purpose driven goals. So the first thing that I want to share around aligning your culture so that you keep your top talents is again defining what your culture stands for. I think that's where everything begins, right? Just like anything in life, we have to really be clear around what do you stand for as a CEO? What do you want your culture to look like? And also what are those values that you align with that you would like your culture to embody? Unless you have this clarity as the founder and the CEO of your company, then of course, no one will have the clarity, right? And you won't know how to actually get to the second point, I should say, to actually communicating these values, right? Because if we are not very clear around what those values are, then how can you also be able to communicate those values on a daily basis? And then, more important, of course, lead by example. Just like anything in life, when you lead by example as the CEO and the founder, you not only embody those values and that culture that you would like other people to embrace, but you also are a living example for what good looks like, right? So the people that will be around you will assimilate your behavior and they will be able to catch on to a lot of those things that I always say that yes, communicating your culture is important, but also leading by example and showing people through your actions is even more important than anything that you will say and communicate as the visionary and the CEO of your company. So those would be the three important points in really clarifying what your culture is. The next one is hiring for a good culture fit. Once you have a lot of the clarity, that I mentioned in the first three steps, then of course you will understand very clearly who aligns with that culture, who is a culturally fit candidate that will be able to really do well in your company, but also most importantly, be very successful in your company long term. The other one is adapt a loop of feedback and adaptation. I've learned this from my early corporate career that feedback is a gift. Having a culture where you not only embrace feedback from your team, but also you are very openly willing to appreciate your talent and also be able to provide constructive feedback for their improvement. Adapting this in your culture ongoingly will ensure that not only is everyone productive, but also you will ensure that everyone is learning and growing at the next level with your company. And out of all the needs that team members have or employees have, learning and growing with the company is one of the most important pieces long term for the longevity of your talents, to be able to stay with you long term. So, understanding how to do that is very important as well. The other one is, of course, the learning and developing aspect, right? How are you investing in the learning and development of yourself as a CEO and leader, but also your team? Because those are really two of the main drivers for long-term talent to remain your company, are really the alignment around that contribution and the alignment that they have with your vision, mission, and values, but also the fact that they are always learning and growing, and they have opportunities for growth in your company. So, understanding how to align all these entrepreneurship opportunities in your organization is really important when you think of what are some of the opportunities that you want to start to bring on board, to really invest in your team, but also most importantly in giving them the tools that they need to apply to their positions, but and beyond, of course. And then the last two pieces that I wanted to mention today around this topic is how to build that healthy culture that retains your talent on a wider spectrum, right? Right, really seeing your organization as a whole, as a healthy organization, beyond just the specific goals that you have set for yourself to meet, which are drivers for your success. Really looking at your team and your talent as that overall holistic approach, to really being there for them in their personal lives, and maybe having even things around your culture that you have applied or implied or developed, so that you are supporting your talents with the rest of their personal life areas besides their work life. The work life balance myth, we all understand that it's not even sustainable, right? So, really understanding how is it that when your talent needs support in other areas, you can be there. And you can be top of mind, and you can be that caring environment and leader and culture that is going to be there for your team in all those other levels. And of course, that adds to your their well-being, first of all, which is very important, but also the overall success of your organization. I mentioned this very often, and I've shared this example many times in my HR days when I worked for the Fortune 500 corporation I worked for. I noticed that on the performance management conversations that I would have with the team members and the talent in the company, 80% of a lot of the things that hold people back are personal. So, you being a very conscious leader and understanding how to help your team personally will absolutely help them also grow with you professionally as well. So, both are always aligned. And having that awareness and really understanding, having that bird eyes view in your company is only going to make you a stronger leader, but also is going to make your company more competitive for people to work under, right? Because that's the other thing about um, recruiting and getting the right talent with your company. People want to know, and they want to see that you have those things established before they even make a decision to join your company, and the alignment that I mentioned above. So, I hope that all these points that I discussed today are definitely helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if any of this resonates. And thank you so much for tuning in. You'll find our show and podcast on all major podcast platforms, and also on our social media profiles. So thank you so much. Subscribe for more amazing topics, quick wisdom, nuggets of inspiration around your legacy, purpose driven company growth, but also your personal growth. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I would invite you to join us as the community expert at the Life School Global Community. As a community expert, you will be participating in our monthly speaking events that we host for our community. You'll be an ongoing contributor to our global magazine. You will be warmly connected and introduced to other purpose driven CEOs and entrepreneurs. You'll also be connected to amazing speaking opportunities, paid and also free speaking opportunities with other amazing communities. And this way, you'll increase your brand and visibility. You will build trust faster. But most importantly, you'll be part of our community that's always growing in over 30,000 entrepreneurs on our social media channels and also on our large contact list and network, and also with our partnering high level communities of entrepreneurs and business leaders. I would like you to go right underneath the website on this video at Elona Lipari Coaching /events to find out more information on what this offer entails and also if this is the right fit for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the other side as our community member.